Hello everybody, it's Jen with a special guest appearance by Piper, who wanted to craft with me as I made my final card in my Valentine's Day card series for 2018. So I'm using Cool Beans by Avery Elle, and I'm bringing out some old paper. This is Love Notes by Crate Paper. And so we're going to get started. So if you have the Scrapping for Less Flavor of the Month kit, this stamp came in the January card kit, and it has this little to-go mug. So I'm going to do some masking here. I'm doing a one-layer card, and I'm just going to put the card sleeve on the two cards on either side of the center card. So I want to mask those out first, because whatever you want to be in the front, you want to make sure you stamp first. And then I am going to stamp out the last two to-go mugs here. So this could be for a coffee lover, a latte lover, hot chocolate, tea, could be anything. But basically I'm taking an everyday stamp like I have for most of my cards in this series, and I'm turning it into a Valentine's Day card. So I'm bringing out my Candied Apple Distress Oxide ink, and we're just going to do a light background here to bring in some of the red that I'll be using to color the images. I love this effect for a soft background when you really want the images to pop. So I'm just going to start taking off these masks here, and then I want to stamp some of the hearts. This came in the stamp set as well. So the cup that I'm working on here to the right, I want the cup to actually have hearts all over it. So I'm leaving the mask on so that it doesn't get on to the sleeve. And then I wanted to do just one more up here in the corner, and I just wanted to protect the outer edge of that cup. For this cup, I just want to make sure I have my masking right, and then I'm doing the hearts on the coffee sleeve just to change it up a little. So just demonstrating that, you can make these cups look very different just by doing such simple things as putting some hearts on it. So here's the reveal of the last cup, and this is what the card panel is going to look like. I'm using the sentiment, I love you, a latte. And I'm bringing out my Zig Clean Color Real Brush markers. So I'm using light pink, light carmine, geranium, tongue-tied, it's early in the morning, geranium red, and light gray to color in the images. I am using, what did I use on this? I believe this is Bristol Smooth cardstock. And so I'm just trying to use water in a very light, sparing way. I tend to be a little bit heavy-handed with water, so I have to be kind of careful. So I wanted these two mugs on the side to be different colors. It's kind of hard to tell in the video, but the one to the right, I believe, is the light carmine, and the one to the left is the light pink. Then I'm taking the geranium red for the center cup, and going to bring back the red here for that coffee sleeve, and then blend this out using some water. So just, again, trying not to use a lot of water, but you do need enough to make the color move. So just going to be careful here around these hearts, because with red it does travel quite a bit. I think red is the trickiest color of all to use. And then I'm going to fill in these little hearts over here. That's with the red as well. And then I'm going to go in with the light carmine for the hearts on the inside of this coffee sleeve. And I'm just going to dab that up a little just to make them a bit lighter. I'm going to come back and switch up the color of those hearts. But for now, I'm just using the light gray to give the coffee sleeve and the coffee lids some dimension. It'll just help add a little bit of color to that part of the image so it's not as stark white. And there I'm just feeling like it needs something, so I went and grabbed my Silly Valentine by Lawn Fawn, and I'm bringing in this heart. If you don't have a heart stamp like this, you could just draw one very easily or use whatever you have in your stash. I just felt like that was too white, so I colored that in with the red color. Now I'm using a stitched wonky die from MFT, and I just cut that panel out, and now I'm going to ground the images using the light gray. So you do need to be a little bit careful here because the zig markers and water will react with the Distress Oxide ink here, so I'm just doing this very lightly, but it grounds the image nicely. So I'm using this pink pattern paper on a pink cardstock base. This is an A2 size card, so 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Almost put the paper on upside down. I'm using some score tape here just to make sure that that panel sticks nice and smoothly, because it can warp a little bit with the watercoloring. So here's where I wanted to bring in some more dimension. So I'm bringing in pale rose just to add a little bit more to this cup. Then I decided to use some cotton candy stickles over those hearts. And to finish off the cup on the right hand side, I'm going to use diamond stickles. I wish I had a clear stickle for that one. So the diamond kind of has like a holographic shine to it, or glitter in it. I would have preferred something that was just white, but I didn't have anything, so I used that. So there's the card for today. I'm just, final touches here, I'm just adding some Spectrum Noir glitter brush marker on the white pieces. And there's a very clean and simple 1-layer card. So I hope you enjoyed the card series for Valentine's this year. Here's Lila making an appearance at the end of the video. Have a great day, everyone, and I will see you soon. Bye!